Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Peachtree Morning Show. It is Thursday, March 26th.
Boker tov, bonjour, dobre utra, guten morgen, zaoshang etc.
Etc. Good morning. So today we have a very good question from Anna Iria, who is from Romania, but she lives in the UK, and she has a very, very important question. I think it's in everybody's mind now when the whole world is now quarantined.
It's a great question.
Yeah, so I think all of us have this problem. It's bad habits. How to stop bad habits when we are totally locked in our home, and it's a fertile zone for all of our bad habits to even go bigger. So we really like this question, and then we're going to have a discussion about it.
Let's let Anna ask the question.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good morning from the UK. Millions of people are now on lockdown. We are forced to settle down and stop our normal lives. Many of us do not know what to do with our newfound time, and I see a tendency and a great risk to dwell or deepen into our own addictions, our bad habits, like lots of food, chocolate, alcohol, more TV, and any other mind-numbing activities. What should we do to avoid deepening our bad habits and addictions in this situation when it's so easy to plunge into temporary pleasure because we might feel lonely, disconnected, and bored? Thank you.
Okay, excellent.
Very, very relevant question right now, right?
Yeah, thank you, Anna, for asking it. I mean, actually, it's in my mind for the last few days, and I think and I saw it on the social media, and a lot of people are making jokes about it, that everybody is going to look like a tank after this quarantine going to be over and what to do. And there's a lot of gurus in the health industry now that helping people to stay fit and not to eat all this junk food. But we're talking here about other things, not other bad habits, not only eating bad food and eating a lot. So, Geshe-Michael, what do you think about that?
I have two ideas that came from my own experience, because I'm also under lockdown and I have the same problems. And I think the first one, my first suggestion is, it's a great opportunity to do something different with your life, especially to learn something new that you didn't know before, like a language or a musical instrument, or you can study the knowledge base. For example, has 5,000 different talks on it. TheKnowledgebase.com. So that's one idea that I had. And then what I found with myself was I had these great hopes that I would be using every single minute meaningfully. And I'm also starting to watch Netflix. I never watched it before.
Welcome to the dark side.
What I realized was, cut yourself some slack, which means don't be too strict on yourself. I mean, don't go crazy. You're not going to be disciplined perfectly, and don't make yourself crazy and feel guilty that you're eating a little bit extra, or you don't use every single minute with something deep, meaningful thing. Like, we are in an unusual situation. It's going to go on for a while. And don't make yourself crazy. Feel guilty that you're not this perfect Buddhist monk who sit there every minute and use every moment of the day. It's not going to happen. So what I'm doing, for example, is I'm taking the chance to improve my meditation. So I will set a time every day, sort of more than I used to do. And then I'm increasing it every Sunday. So I just once a week, I increase it by 1 minute. So at least I spend 1 hour out of the lockdown time of 18 hours or 16 hours. At least I spend 1 hour doing something important. So my suggestion, start with 1 hour of something important. Try to increase it a little bit every week. And don't feel guilty all day.
Good. Okay. This watermelon is amazing. You should
Nice
try it.
watermelon.
Yes.
And by the way, you notice us sharing watermelon. Guys, I'm sorry we're not demonstrating a very good example of social distancing.
But we live together.
We already accepted that if she gets it, I'm going to get it, or vice versa.
No, but we live in a very, very isolated place. We can say we are quarantined most of the year.
Yeah, it's really true.
It's a natural quarantine.
The whole quarantine
area.
thing is really just a different way of looking at the way we always live
If
anyways.
you can find Rimrock, Arizona on a map, you are an amazing person.
I checked it, and it is a 3,400 person population.
It's not
You know,
true.
we don't even
It's
know
not
who's
true.
our
No,
neighbors.
that's very small.
Well,
That's,
I think they're counting the dogs and stuff.
Yeah,
that's true. They're
probably.
counting dogs.
Okay, what do you guys have suggestions?
So I really like what you suggested, which is a form of a schedule, doing a schedule for yourself. Like, you know, normally when we work or when we have normal daily life, we have a certain schedule, we have a routine, right?
Yeah, you
the-
have to go to work by a certain time.
Yeah, you have to go.
Especially at Vodafone.
And then you plan, you know, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go to yoga class, and then I'm going to meet a friend, or I'm going to take the kids to some activities. So I think your idea to create a kind of a schedule during the days that we're at home, it's very good, and actually it's an excellent tip. So.
But I want to say, don't expect too much.
Yeah, don't expect too much,
Yeah.
but do, you know, there is like a schedule that we can do, which is certain kind of things that we say, at least 5 of the things on the schedule I want to do. You know, the rest, I can see how I feel during the day and I can do it. And put some meaningful things on the schedule. You know, meditation is a meaningful thing. It depends what you're meditating on, right?
Yeah. Food.
Maybe reach out to people that you haven't reached out for many years.
Yeah.
You know, say, hi, how are you? Maybe there are people around you that you know that are lonely. And this is people who are lonely in this time of quarantine, they are even more lonely. So it's a great way to, you know, correspond with them, to call them, Skype them. And then you feel, oh, I did something meaningful in my time. I didn't just waste it. And something that Scott and I do a lot is that we drag each other outside for jogging.
I wouldn't say drag. I actually kind of look forward to it.
Well, sometimes one of us is a little bit more lazy, so and the other one has to push a little bit, and then to say,
What are you
yeah,
trying
we
to
can
say?
do it.
Just
No, it's me a lot of the time.
All right.
Oh, today I don't feel like, and the other one is a little bit push a little bit, and then you help
If you
each
have
other.
a partner, even online,
Yeah,
to push you on your schedule.
I know my mom is doing it with her friends. Even though the whole country is quarantined where she lives, they still allow 2 people to go outside for doing some sports activity. So she has a date with a friend that one time she comes to her, and the other time she goes to her friend's neighborhood. So that the way that if you're supporting other people, it's take your mind from these bad habits, right? And allow you to do something meaningful with somebody else. What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, first of all, I'd like to point out that once again in the Peachtree Morning Show, I'm the only one eating. Like, these guys are having these
I ate a lot of
very nice questions. I'm back here like, "Rah." Okay. So it's kind of like an ironic thing, you know, the question we're talking about. A couple things I want to say. Anna, awesome questions, and your hair looks great.
I agree.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
this
that
color.
red is
Yeah.
so good for you, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I happen
and don't
Great
be jealous
style.
that you can't grow a beard during
I am growing a quarantine beard. I challenge all of you out there to
Just the boys.
send in pictures of your quarantine beards. Maybe I'll do a contest. Anna, you look great. I happen to know Anna is an extremely eloquent person. You look like you were reading off of a Word document that time, but that's a really thoughtful question. First thing comes to mind, you said you want to get rid of all your bad habits. My question is like, why? All right, okay. But I mean, we are enjoying like having some quiet time, watching some cool documentaries on television. We found some very cool master classes by some great people who are great icons of different industries. We're learning a lot from the documentaries and those things that we're watching. What else? Yeah, like I've said before on the Tuesday show, communicate. Like this is, and I've heard some very thoughtful people from around the world suggest this also. to use the opportunity to communicate with people you haven't talked to in a long time. And then, in DCI, we always talk about the conventional and then the ultimate, the conventional methods and the conventional answers, and then the ultimate, the seed level. And so on a conventional level, I say enjoy it a little bit. Enjoy the quiet. Enjoy some learning some things you couldn't. Maybe watch a cool movie that you didn't normally have time for. And then plant seeds with the ways that maybe the way that you communicate with other people. Use it as a seed planting opportunity to talk to people, give them some love, give them some attention, learn some things about them you haven't seen in a long time. I'm communicating with guys I worked in an agency with I haven't seen in like 13 years. And we're talking and having a good time. And finally, I want to say, we're walking in the neighborhoods around here almost every day. And 2 days ago, we walked 5 miles. It took us an hour and a half. And we discovered parts of the neighborhood we didn't know existed. And we're beginning to like recognize people that we never knew. Like everybody waves to each other on the road.
Everybody. You will see like a 1.5 person.
Okay, it's true. But like Arit and I were walking down the road, and we were taking up one lane, and we saw some people coming toward us, and we everybody very carefully like moved lanes, and we stayed like 15 feet away from them and waving. But I use the time and do the conventional to maybe discover your neighborhood from a distance. And plant seeds by using the opportunity.
I really like what Scott brought to the table again is that, we are using, what we gave you is tips that other people give also, but what the tips that we're giving are based on seeds. Once you help somebody else, right, to have a meaningful life during this time and not to waste their time, we are planting seeds for our life to be meaningful and not waste them on bad habits.
I have 2 thoughts, and we're getting close to it. But one is when big troubles come to us, to come to our community, to our country, a second disease starts to grow. The first disease is the coronavirus, but the second disease is self-interest or selfishness and protecting myself and protecting my family. And you see it, with people who went to the store and they bought all the toilet paper. Like one person bought all the toilet paper in the store.
And you can buy them from him for $20 a roll now.
No, they don't think like that. They're just thinking to take care of themselves, and hoarding things that everyone needs. And I think, if you want to ask how to spend your time on a lockdown, I think it's an opportunity to do the opposite of selfishness. So if you can reach out even online to someone that you didn't reach out to before and show sacrifice, like I've been trying to be financially more generous. It's a time when you should be holding on to your money and not sharing it, and then that affects the whole economy, and that hurts the whole economy. So I think, of course, it's going to be a difficult time. Of course, finances are going to be tight, but that's when a really meaningful activity during the lockdown is to be more generous and to show more generosity to other people and to share what you have. Share your toilet paper, share your savings with people who don't have enough. And then I think you will feel like you did something important with this time.
Yeah.
We saw a cool story on the news yesterday on a Phoenix, Arizona TV station about a program where people are driving into a place and donating all their spare medical supplies.
Yeah. And also I saw on social media, and people put outside on a table some essential things like toilet paper and some food, dry food and cans, and they had a note, if you need, please take. And that was very beautiful.
Wow.
I think that's the thing we can learn, and that's a good way to spend your time when you're under lockdown. Again, everybody, don't expect that we're going to be such good people that we're going to spend 18 hours serving other people. It's not going to happen. But
unless you're a doctor right now, or a nurse, or a policeman.
do something that you can to offset all the selfish people. So there are even people in America buying a lot of guns right now.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very sad thing. So we have to, show the opposite. We have to share the money we have with other people, starting now. And we have to share the toilet paper. We have to share the food.
Share time.
And you will feel so happy if you do that. So you can use this time to explore your selfishness and your feeling that I want to keep this thing for myself.
Yeah.
And I might not have this later on. Take care of other people. Don't be selfish. You will have plenty later. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So give. The main thing is giving will beat the bad habits that we have, whether it's eating more food or, doing other things that they are considered to be bad habits.
Don't forget, Anna's question was about how to beat those bad habits. So help other people to beat bad habits. Maybe the communication would be to talk to people, asking them how they're doing it. Like you get to have a conversation and plant the seed at the same time. If your motivation is to help somebody else beat, eating a box of chocolates or, we have some serious challenges sometimes. We start to want to eat chocolate at night.
Well, I'd say also be gentle with yourself. Okay, because we are not perfect people. We will watch too much Netflix. We will eat a little too much. We will take care of ourselves first, and don't go crazy with feeling guilty about everything you're doing, like do what you can.
So
admit your selfishness, fight it, but enjoy, gain a little weight.
So maybe add to your schedule, to your daily new schedule, new routine in quarantine time. Something, one thing that you can do for somebody
but
else.
In all seriousness,
one thing a day, right?
Yeah, and on the conventional side, guys, if you're looking to exercise, getting the heart rate up a little bit is really good. If there's any way you can track your heart rate or just try to walk, try to move around.
Yeah, it does move your prana.
Watch the exciting Netflix shows.
I'm very lucky that Arit loves to be fit, and so we love to go out. Well, sometimes I have to push myself, but she's always into it. Yeah. So we get out there and we're meeting people. Yeah. We're seeing the neighborhood. So cool. I think you got to move on, boss, right?
We got to move on.
We have a question for.
We have a question for tomorrow.
You guys will be seeing Stanley and Allison again tomorrow.
And is this a question?
And by the way, next week will be we have a special guest, Seiji Arao Takahashi and Noor Ibrahim. So
Noor Ibrahim.
You'll have a very sexy combination of Japan, Mexico, Sweden, Australia, Damascus, and Romania.
That's true.
Cool. Tomorrow it will be Stanley and Allison still here from China. They got stuck here for months already.
Yeah, it's fun.
Their new home.
Yeah, it's the new home.
Their English is getting really good.
It was already very, very good. Yeah. And this will be a question about relationships. Really cool. Let's listen.
I got
Lu from China.
Miss Lu.
Hello, Geshla. My name is Lu, and I'm from Beijing, China. My question today is, I always have a short relationship, and I never be able to move a short relationship to a long committed relationship. And my fortune teller told me it's my destiny. I'm doomed to have a short relationship. So my question is, how can I use the C system to improve my relationship and be able to fight with my destiny to have a long committed relationship? Thank you.
Oh man, Lou, you need a new fortune teller.
You can be your own fortune teller.
Don't believe that.
Well, let's discuss it tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, they're going to be talking about it tomorrow. Until then, guys, enjoy your Thursday.
Be safe.
Stay healthy. Stay safe. Call your mom. Call all your friends.
And don't be selfish.
And stay home.
Be nice to yourself. Enjoy some stuff. It's okay. All right. Bye for now, guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.